Well, we're going to go from the ice to the mat now as the Watertown High School wrestling team is preparing for its upcoming season. Down in the halls of Watertown High School, our very own Steve Accardi is standing by to tell us how the wrestling team is prepping for this season. Steve?
Thanks, Dan. This is your typical high school hallway filled with lockers, classrooms, and students. However, in this room, the teaching curriculum is going to be a little bit different. Instead of teaching math and science, they'll be teaching takedowns, changing position, and pinning your opponent. An unfortunate occurrence in some high school sports is lack of participation. Across Massachusetts, multiple sports programs are being cut short due to lack of involvement. Well, this is not the case for Watertown High School's wrestling team, which has a total of 35 kids that have signed up. This is an all-time high according to head coach Kevin Russo, who started the wrestling program during the 1999-2000 season. The ability to have a massive volume of kids wanting to wrestle is not just good for morale, but can be great for results of the upcoming season.
We have some young talent on the team. We have guys that came up through the youth program. Depth really wins, and we're one of the smallest schools in the state. At the statewide coaches meeting last week, I think there were about 60 coaches present, and there were only 2 or 3 teams that had as many people as we do in all 3 divisions.
A typical wrestling practice includes a lot of cardio and technique. While every practice is different, it starts out the same way with a warm-up. Once the team breaks a sweat, they start a circuit consisting of 10 to 12 different wrestling exercises. These exercises add up to 6 minutes in total, which is the same amount as a wrestling match. Then the team dives into wrestling drills. During this 20-minute period, they fine-tune their skills and tricks they've learned through previous sessions while trying to test out and learn new things the coaches teach them. Senior Chris Peterson applies the structure, discipline, and consistency he learns from wrestling to enhance his life off the mat.
It's what you learn from your opponents. It's what you learn from your teammates. It's what you when you put that all together of all this learning and all this discipline and all this, when you put it out on the mat and you beat your opponent and you look like an all-star, I mean, you're just gonna move on in life and you're gonna have those same qualities as, I'm good off the mat. I know how to eat right. I know how to make good decisions in and outside of school. I know when to get my homework done. I know when to be organized and how to be organized. So I think this sport really does a lot for me with myself and the way I act around others.
Each wrestler has one sparring partner that they practice with. They test out different moves on each other and know the strengths and weaknesses of their partner. Wrestling is very much an individual sport, but having a sparring partner is a very valuable thing. Senior Michael Manukian relies on input from his partner during matches to help achieve victory.
Oh, it helps a lot. Like if, for instance, I'm wrestling and I hear my partner shout like, oh, do this, because he knows my flaws. He knows what I don't do. So he'll be like, oh, grab the arm, because I might like grab it loosely or something like that during practice. He reminds me, and it really encourages me, because you have a closer relationship with your sparring partner than you do with the rest of the team. Not by much, but you do have a closer relationship, and I think that camaraderie helps. And just the overall team, you have a close relationship with them too.
For Watertown Weekly News, I'm Steve Accardi.